I'll handle the probation question first. On a probation can vary. Typical probation length on a misdemeanor case, whether it's DWI or anything, is typically 2 years, and that's the max they can do on a misdemeanor. So we're speaking about DWI, you're looking at a 2-year period of probation. And here's the reality of probation. You know, most folks, it's scary. You think, I'm going to be on the side of the highway picking trash up, and I got to call my PO to drive to Illinois for an appointment. Not the case on a misdemeanor probation. Probation on a misdemeanor is more or less the probation agency overseeing the completion of these classes, community service. A court can't do that, right? A court can't function to oversee, the 10,000 people. They just don't have the resources, so it's farmed out to a probation agency.
And let me piggyback just for one moment, because I think this is so important and sets us apart. We try to give our clients, if these classes and things like this are necessary, every opportunity to get them done beforehand so we can get like limited probation, or, then your only obligation on probation is just stay out of trouble, You don't have to do these classes because you've done everything up front.
Oh, nice.
And it shows you were proactive and took it serious. It can help with your case too, but go ahead.
Yeah, so it's overseeing the conditions of probation or your completion of classes. And then the other part, the most important part perhaps, is don't get in trouble, because that's how you can ruin our work. And you'll
Sure.
frequently hear judges say that after we've worked out a favorable plea deal. On a first offense DWI is, okay, now the burden kind of is on your shoulders. You have a period of 2 years. Don't get in trouble, because almost always we're able on a first offense DWI, avoid a conviction from being on their record, avoid points from being on their driving record. But again, the burden then shifts to the client. They walk out of a courtroom, it's on them. We provide them all the information. We get them squared away with the probation, the classes. We say, now it's on you. You stay out of trouble for 2 years. We're good. This is not going on your driving record. You're not incurring points. You don't have a conviction on your record. And so they know when they leave, it's then on them, that. And so that's another component of the probation function is, if they were to get in trouble, whether you could be, a St. Louis case and you're in Nebraska or Oklahoma or Lake of the Ozarks, you get police contact and arrest, it's going to be flagged to the probation agency. The probation agency then reports it back to the court and says, hey, Joe Smith, he got arrested out in Kansas City. Then he'll be summoned back in court on the original case that we had or we handled for him.
And so the way that works is, if you're on probation and you do pick up a new arrest, then like Steve said, not only do you ruin, all our good work, we go right back to the sentencing phase. So what happens is the court, meaning the judge or the prosecutor, can file a motion to revoke your probation. We go right back to the drawing board. I mean, we can't relitigate the case. But as far as, we have to go back to this, right back to square one on sentencing.
It reopens sentencing.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Now the judge you're back and being resentenced. And depending on what the nature of the arrest or if that were the case, if it were a similar offense, DWI, which we've had many clients on probation for DWI get a new DWI, that's a whole can of worms to then navigate. But so stay out of trouble, complete your classes. It's as simple as that. And you won't have any issues with the probation folks. On a misdemeanor probation, you're not calling and saying, hey, I'm going to Cancun next week, or I'm going to...
You're not taking drug tests.
Yeah, you're not doing any of that.
I mean, it's not the Missouri Board of Probation and Parole. It's,
Felony probation is a little different, but for kind of a first, second offense, misdemeanor probation, that's kind of the function of probation. And again, it's complete your classes or your requirements, stay out of trouble, and you're not going to have any issues.